What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, back here for another Tottenham update. We have got some great news to bring to you. As of last night, Boris Johnson made an announcement and he is letting fans back into stadiums as early as next week. Up to 4,000 fans could be let into each Premier League stadiums. It all goes by the kind of risk in the area, so there are 3 tiers. Tier 3 means that there no fans will be allowed in stadiums at all. Tier 2 means that there could be a maximum of 2,000 fans in a stadium, and Tier 1 means there could be a maximum of 4,000 fans in a stadium. Are you excited, or
I think it's
still, with the lack of fans being at full capacity, does it not excite you that much?
I think it's a step in the right direction. I think it's good to start getting fans back in stadiums, and it's good for the clubs who are definitely struggling as well. Because I know, for however Tottenham are struggling in terms of making losses and whatever, there are fans and there are clubs in a lot worse position than Tottenham, and there are clubs that depend on these kind of things.
Yeah, that's mainly like lower league clubs.
That's what I'm saying. So for them, this is pivotal. This is vital. For us, it's like nice. It's a nice little thing.
Yeah.
But for lower league clubs and stuff, this is like big. Like they need this cash. Exactly.
Really.
They need this to kind of stay afloat. So I think it's really positive news and great news for them. Hopefully, we can get some fans in for the North London derby. That'll be really, really nice, and that'll be. It'll be good to have a few fans in there, so give the players a bit extra support during the game, because the North London derby, I know we won the last one, the first one ever at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, but with no fans there, I don't know, wasn't that electric. I guess it won't be that like either with only 4,000 fans. It's nothing to shout about yet, but I guess it's just a step in the right direction, isn't it? That's all I can say.
Yeah, for me, I'm just not excited to go back with 4,000 fans there, especially not 2,000 fans there.
Especially as well, apparently you're not allowed to be singing, you're not allowed to be shouting.
That actually hasn't been confirmed yet, but I think it was the Daily Mail reported there are a few things that you're not allowed to. You're not allowed to sing, you're not allowed to drink beer, you're not allowed to do a few different things, so that will make it even less fun. So I mean, what's the difference between going there, not being able to sing, and just watching it on TV?
It's just being there, I guess, being in the stadium. I think watching it on TV, you get a different perspective on the game, because I think you get to see more when you're at the game. Because when you're watching it on TV, you only get to see what the cameras show you. You don't get to see the whole pitch. So I think that's a bit of a difference there, I guess, in terms of actually watching the game. In terms of being there, look, 4,000 fans, especially in a ground like ours, which is so big, 60,000. It's still gonna feel very eerie. It's actually not gonna make too much of a difference.
Basically, it'll be like 1,000 fans in each stand.
Yeah, it's very, very small. It's gonna seem like there are still no fans.
When you think of that South stand can hold what, 17,500 fans?
Exactly, to have 1,000 fans in there, very small, spread out. It's a bit like, what's the point? But yeah. I just think for Spurs, it doesn't make too much of a difference, I feel, although it probably helps a bit. But I think for the rest of the football ladder and the rest of the football league, I think it's a very big step, and I think it's a big step in the right direction. Or hopefully, what they say, after Easter, potentially there could be full stadiums. Yeah. And I do miss.
See, that I'm interested in.
Yeah, I do miss that the kind of scenes and everything. I do definitely miss that element to it. When a goal goes in, I know, even though we're watching it here in the studio and we're still very passionate when a goal goes in, and I'm still like loving, very, very happy. When there's no scenes, it does take a little bit away from it.
Yeah, it's not the same than being in a packed house or a compact away end, you know what I mean? Where everyone, in an away end, you've got 3,000 people, like-minded people that are all kind of focusing on the same thing. In the homes, when you're at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, you've got 60,000 people all focus on the same thing. So it's not the same as much as I enjoy watching football just with you.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not the same than going to the actual stadium. But look, as much as you say it's a step in the right direction, I'm just not that interested in going back with 2,000 to 4,000 fans there. No, I mean, the only reason why I want to kind of go back, just because we haven't been for so long. If I get the opportunity to go for a North London derby, I'd probably take that, because I'd really want to just be in the stadium again. But if I want to go in week out, then it's just 4,000.
I wouldn't be that bothered, to be honest. I wouldn't be that bothered. Like I'm not like sitting here at the ballot saying, "Give me my name, give me my name." I'm desperate. It's like if I get it, it's nice. If I don't, then I just have to carry on as it is. But once full, as you say, once it's packed out and once it's a full house, then it's time to get excited.
Yeah, definitely. And like you say, I don't know. I think that when you go to a stadium and you're not allowed to sing, then what is the actual point in being there?
Just to watch, yeah. It's like going to the cricket or something.
Even the cricket, the Barmy Army get a few songs going.
Going to the tennis.
I mean?
I go to the tennis. Quiet, please. So I don't know. Look, I just think people. I just think it's a start. It's not the end. It's just the beginning.
But then you also got to look at how do we think the ballot's going to be done, because there are a few rumours flying around. Some say it's going to be a completely random season ticket holder ballot. Some saying they're going to prioritise the kind of biggest paying members of the corporate tickets and all that kind of
probably.
stuff.
That wouldn't surprise me. They've already guaranteed tickets.
And then you got to look at it in a way of like, let's say me and you go with our grandpa week in, week out. How are they going to put people in a ballot together? Is everyone going to be going in a ballot singly?
Yeah.
There's very logistic wise, how's it going to work?
I'll assume it will be ballot together. I think that makes more sense, because I don't think they would want a situation where they're doing ballots separately, then people get separated and people either go alone or don't go at all. I think they'll probably do ballots together, but how they figure that out in terms of how they give people tickets, another question. It's very complicated considering only 4,000 fans are allowed, so it's such a small number.
And then you also got to think about arrival times, departure times, getting in through public transport and stuff, because still 4,000 people travelling on the public I know it's not going to be 4,000 travelling on public transport, but there's still going to be quite some people travelling, so it's going to be interesting how they kind of do that. Are they going to give everyone a specific time to come and go? It's going to be weird, isn't it?
Well, considering it's only 4,000, you can kind of separate everyone into different entrances, can't you? Because I think it's spread out enough, and there shouldn't be too much overlap. I don't know. They've got to figure all that stuff out. I guess they got to stick to their guidelines, whatever they are, and somehow make it waggle it through. And they've been consistent in their message, saying Premier League clubs are in a position to let fans in safely, and we've got plans in place to do it. And so clearly they've been very persistent in the fact that they're able to do this safely with adhering to the guidelines. So I'm waiting to see what that plan is, but I'm not 100% sure what it will be. But I'm sure they've got something in place. And Levy's definitely desperate for this, isn't he?
Yeah, of course. I mean, he's just opened this brand spanking new stadium, and within 6 months it's shut.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Can't believe his luck. Probably. What can he do?
NFL deals not scuppered, but put on hold. Rugby deals, concert venue. You know what I mean? He's lost a lot of money trying to make this stadium happen.
Yeah, worst timing, and he somehow still managed to invest in the squad, which is impressive.
But what's interesting, I was listening to Simon Jordan on TalkSport this morning, and he was talking about, because obviously he used to own Crystal Palace, so he knows the kind of costings of what it takes to open a stadium and bring fans in and what have you. And he's saying for big Premier League clubs, let's say, to bring 4,000 fans in for a 60,000 stadium or a 50,000, 20,000, whatever it may be, he's saying that the clubs actually won't benefit from that.
It's not worth it.
He says it's not worth it for the clubs to actually open their stadiums for that amount of fans. It's actually, logistically, it's going to cost you more money.
Makes sense.
So
makes complete sense, because for the security you're going to need and to open up the stadium, and especially Spurs' stadium, which is like people have said is like a machine when you turn it on and operate, like operating machine there, and to have stewards as well, paying them to monitor everything, and probably would be for 4,000 fans. It's probably not worth it.
And then when you look at championship clubs, probably what do you think the average capacity in the championship is? Like 10, 15,000, something like that. So if you're having 4,000 fans into a championship club, even they're going to be losing money, you would imagine.
Yeah, Simon Jordan, I think, has a good point there, because because for the cost, as you said, for the costings of getting it all together. And getting all those fans in, because you're not getting that much back from it. Only 4,000. It's really not a lot. It's probably worth it for the lower league, for like League 1, 2, and Conference. It's probably very, very beneficial to them. But Championship and Premier League, I mean, opening up these massive stadiums for 4,000 fans and getting stewards and everything, and paying all that money, and also probably paying people to be on tills for like beer from the bar and everything, all that kind of stuff.
I think the bars might be closed.
Might still be closed?
Might be closed at the beginning, at least. You know what I mean? But look, it'll be interesting to see how it all works logistically. These things haven't been kind of ironed out yet, so I'm sure we'll find out what's happening in the
We might even be in Tier 3 when North London Derby comes around, so we might not be able to have fans in anyway.
Exactly. Boris said we'll find out what tier we're in, what tier you're in later on this week.
It's like the FA Cup draw.
it's like the FA, exactly. But he said we'll find out later on this week what tier each specific part of the country is in.
We're going Tier 2 away.
Exactly, Tier 2 away. But I don't think there'll be away fans for the remainder of the season. Maybe at least till Easter anyway.
They didn't confirm whether it's just home fans, did they?
They didn't. No, I don't think they did. But I think it's pretty self-expanding. They're not going to have fans travelling up and down the country.
Yeah, true. That would be silly. But and especially all the away fans as well. The way
they'll be getting drunk all the way down, and then when they
and also away fans just won't distance, will they? They won't sit apart. And imagine if you're, say we're at Chelsea away. I know there's going to be no away fans, but say we're there and we get a last minute winner. You really trust away fans to like not jump all over each other. I don't, because I probably would. So that's just probably how it is, has to be for the time being, I guess. Yeah,
well, anyway, that is the kind of update today, talking about fans have been proposably let back into stadiums. It could be as early as next week, up to about 4,000 fans per stadium. Me personally, I'm not that excited, but if you offer me the chance to go, I'm obviously going to snatch your hand off at it because I miss going to the place so much. But what I really am excited is for full stadiums after Easter. Can you imagine if we're going for the title and fans are let back in April and May?
That would be something special. That really would be something special. Imagine like the fans are locked out for the whole season, and just for the title run and they start coming back. That would be electric. That really would be electric, and that would be something to behold. But we have to wait and see where we are later in the season. But hopefully we're in a title race. That's what we're hoping for.
Yeah.
And signs are good at the moment.
All right. So there you have it. Let me know in the comment section below. What do you think? What are your thoughts about fans being let back into stadiums? Are you for it? Are you against it? Will you be going back in capacity? Are you going to be waiting for full stadiums? Let me know in the comment section below. Like, subscribe and comment, and as always,
come on you Spurs.